safety spot, what are the defining characteristics that you want out of that guy?
You know, they've got to be the quarterback on the field, number one. So the intelligence level, how we play, how we get guys aligned, making sure that we don't get out leveraged defensively, making sure if you're the last one to the party, whether you're a half-field safety or a deep third safety, that you do your job of keeping the ball inside and in front. Help us on run support when they're asked to and they're put in those support positions. I think the guys back there have all done a nice job. They've really competed hard, so it's been a good camp as far as that goes. I think the development of Jeremy, we've got to keep bringing him along, and Delano Hill, you know, is a guy that, you know, he's a big old safety, and he's developing.
You have an idea of who you think you might get to start there on Saturday at this point?
With the safeties?
Yeah.
You know, I think Jared's really had a good last 2 weeks of fall. I think the pressure that was put on by other guys, Josh Furman's improved, you know. I would say Jared probably.
Brady, obviously you can't, I mean, you're going to this game and you don't know how it's going to unfold, but if you get an opportunity, how important would it be to get Shane Moore's snaps, a significant number of snaps?
You know, I think you always want to be able to get guys in games, you know, and obviously the quarterback position being what it is. If that ability came, you know, and we would want to get him as much work as we could.
So going back to the safety situation, is having your safety be responsible for making all those checks, is that something unique to your system?
No. I think every defense in the country, you know, the back end is held by the safeties. You know, the linebackers do an awful lot up front for us, getting the front seven squared away. But the back end, the big picture, is always by the safeties.
A lot of your vets talk about not being nervous for Saturday, but being anxious to go out and hit somebody else. What about you and the coaches? It's been a long camp. Are you ready to go out and stand on the sideline and coach?
Yeah, you know, not yet though. We got some things we got to finish. You know, and that's the biggest thing. You want to make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, and you've gone through every situation. You know, if it's a whistle kick, because there's 2.6 seconds left in the ball game, and once that whistle goes by the official, you know, you got to kick the ball. You know, because of the rule with anything under 3 seconds, you know, it's a runoff. And so those different things, you know, you don't have the ability to spike the ball if you needed to. So those things, you know, and that's a little one, but onside kicks, you know, I'd expect one. I'd expect a fake punt, you know, maybe a fake field goal. I would expect one.
Are you excited to be on the sideline again?
Yeah, it's a great place to be. It's the best seat in the house.
Brady, you said that you know, you've got a lot of young guys that are going to play, but the last couple of years you've had to start true freshmen at certain spots. And looking at the depth chart and looking at where you guys have projected, it doesn't seem to get to start any true freshmen this year. Is that a little bit different that you have some of the depth in place that you maybe don't have to rely on the true freshmen immediately?
Well, yeah, I think there's no question. You know, you hate to have to rely on a true freshman. You know, not because they're not smart, and not because they're not competitive, not because they're not good athletes, but it's an experience. You know, going down that tunnel for the first time, the distractions that can come with that, and you know, you look like on our front four defensively. You know, there's 17 career starts with all four of them. You know, Quentin, I think, has 10 of them. So we're not what I would call a real veteran team, even with some of the veterans. So putting a freshman in that situation is something that, you know, you really don't want to have to do. It's been done, but we'd rather not.